Today, August 14th, the veil between heaven and earth is thinner than you have ever felt before. I, Michael, protector of light, commander of the heavenly hosts, have been sent to speak to you now, not by accident, not by coincidence, but by divine order. You did not come here on your own. You were called, drawn, pulled by a whisper that you could not explain. Even now, you feel the tingling on your skin, the subtle shift in your heart, because your soul knows this message is for you. Do not dismiss this. Do not turn away. I command you, in the authority of the Most High, open your spirit right now, for what is about to be spoken will shift your life in ways you have prayed for but never truly believed could happen. There is a letter, written in the heavenly realms, sealed with the golden insignia of your Creator's promise. In the physical, it will appear as something unexpected, a message, a phone call, an envelope that carries with it a weight of destiny. You will know it when you see it, because your heart will skip a beat, your breath will catch, and time will seem to slow. This is the moment your inheritance begins to unfold. Not an inheritance of mere coins and paper, but one of divine favor, provision, and restoration. Yet, in the mystery of God's ways, the spiritual will manifest in the physical, and yes, there is a literal blessing being prepared with your name written upon it. A sum, a gift, an abundance you did not labor for, yet it is owed to you because heaven has decreed it. And you will be shocked when you see the name of the one who sends it, for it will not be who you expect, perhaps one who had forgotten you, perhaps one you thought could never be used to bless you. Even as you read this, the angels of provision are moving. They are whispering into the hearts of people on earth, they are stirring the hands of those who have resources, they are aligning documents, signatures, and approvals. Things that were once stuck are now being released, and no earthly delay can stop it. I speak as the one who stands before the throne, who has seen the scrolls of your life. The chapter you are entering is marked with divine acceleration. You have waited long enough. You have endured long enough. The season of loss is closing, and the time of restoration is at hand. There are some who will not understand what is happening to you. They will question why this blessing comes to you now, after all this time. Some will even wonder if you deserve it. But heaven does not operate by their opinions. Heaven moves according to truth and destiny. And the truth is, you have endured trials that would have crushed others. You have prayed in silence when no one saw your tears. You have fought battles in the unseen, resisting temptations and attacks designed to pull you off the path. The enemy thought you would give up, thought you would settle for scraps when God had prepared a feast. But you have remained, even with weary hands, even with a tired heart, and for this, the Father has commanded me to ensure your reward is delivered. Do not fear the changes that are about to come. You may feel the ground shifting under your feet, but this is not instability, this is repositioning. The old structures are falling away because they could not hold the weight of your blessing. New doors are opening in places you never considered. The letter, the call, the opportunity, it will seem almost too good to be true. You will wonder if you are dreaming. But you will feel the peace that surpasses understanding, and that peace will be your confirmation. Type, Jesus, I need you, if you know He's your only answer. You have prayed for breakthrough, but this is more than breakthrough, this is a divine unveiling. There are people who will suddenly remember you, debts that will be erased, resources that will come without struggle. For years, it felt like you were sowing into dry ground, giving your time, your effort, your love without seeing the fruit. But what you could not see was that every seed you planted was guarded by the angels, watered by the Spirit, and written into the heavenly record. Now, the harvest will come all at once, faster than you imagined. Stay alert, for the enemy will try to distract you in these days. Small annoyances, sudden fears, unexpected resistance, these are not random. They are attempts to keep you from recognizing and claiming what is yours. You must stand firm. Speak life over your future. Declare out loud that you are ready to receive. The more you align your words with heaven, the faster the manifestation will appear in your hands. I must tell you, the inheritance is not just for your comfort. It is for your mission. You were chosen to carry light into dark places, to heal, to speak, to give, to lead. The resources being placed in your care are not only for you to enjoy, but to multiply, to bless others, to leave a mark that will echo beyond your lifetime. You will feel the joy of giving without fear of lack, the freedom of moving where the Spirit sends you without hesitation. And yes, the sender of this blessing will shock you. Some will say it is impossible, but heaven specializes in impossible things. Do not be surprised if it comes through a channel that once caused you pain, for God delights in turning the very thing the enemy meant for harm into the source of your elevation. When it arrives, remember to lift your eyes to the one who sent it through them. Your life is about to change. The winds have already shifted. August 14th is marked in the heavens as the day the command was given, release it to them now. I have spoken, and what is spoken from the throne will not return empty. Be ready. Be watchful. The letter is coming. The call is coming. The inheritance is coming. And it will arrive exactly when heaven has decreed, not a moment late, not a moment early. Even now, as you hear my words, there is movement in the unseen. There are scrolls being unrolled in the courts of heaven, and your name is written in golden letters across them. The angels in charge of assignments are reading your file, and it is thick, filled with moments where you chose faith instead of fear, where you walked forward even though you could not see the next step. You may think your obedience went unnoticed, but I tell you, every act of kindness, every time you forgave, every time you chose love over bitterness, it was recorded. The Father has looked upon these records and smiled, and in His smile there is a decision. Today, the order has been signed. The command has been released, send it to them now. And when God says, now, no delay in the earth can stand against it. What is coming is not the result of human generosity alone, it is the orchestration of the heavens. It is not simply a gift, it is a verdict in your favor. The gavel has struck, the case is closed, and the inheritance is yours. There is a sense of urgency in my voice because I do not want you to miss the signs. You have been in a season where disappointment came often. So often, in fact, that part of you has learned not to expect too much, to avoid getting your hopes up so they cannot be crushed again. But that way of thinking is about to be shattered. The goodness coming toward you is not fragile. It will not be snatched away at the last minute. You will not be left holding nothing this time. The blessing is already in transit. Listen, there will be a moment soon where you will notice strange alignments. A name you have not heard in years will suddenly appear. Numbers, dates, and little coincidences will stack one upon another until you cannot deny that something unusual is happening. You might wake up with a heaviness in your spirit one day and then, within hours, feel a sudden rush of joy and hope you cannot explain. This is your spirit sensing the shift before your mind can catch up. The angels are already speaking to you in these small signs, preparing you so that when the moment comes, you will recognize it instantly. The inheritance is more than wealth, it is also a transfer of authority. Doors that were once guarded by people who said, no, will now be opened with a single knock. People who ignored you will seek you out. There will be meetings, introductions, and opportunities that are divinely timed, and all you will have to do is step through them. But remember, this is not random luck. This is the fruit of every seed you've sown in tears, now blooming in the light of God's appointed hour. You will receive something that others thought was lost forever. It may come in the form of money, property, a business opportunity, or a connection that holds more value than gold. And when you see the name of the one who sends it, when you read that letter, it will make you pause. It will almost feel like a scene from a story, one you would never have believed if someone else told you. Yet it will be real. You will hold it in your hands. You will feel the weight of it. And in that moment, you will understand why the delay was necessary. I tell you this, the timing of heaven is perfect. If it had come earlier, you might not have been ready. If it had come later, you might have given up. But it is coming now, at the exact moment where you will be able to receive it, handle it, and multiply it. This is why I speak to you with such force, because the moment is close, and your readiness is the key. Even now, I see the enemy trying one last time to plant fear in your heart. He will whisper lies that say, this is too good to be true, or it won't last, or you don't deserve this. Reject these lies immediately. They are the final attempts to keep you from stepping fully into what is yours. Stand on the truth. You are loved, chosen, and worthy because the one who created you has said so. Your spirit already knows this is true. That's why you are still reading these words. That's why you feel that strange mix of excitement and disbelief right now. The same way the earth can sense a storm before it arrives, your soul is sensing the outpouring before it hits. You are standing in the last quiet moments before the flood of blessing. I see doors opening in unexpected places. I see messages sent in the middle of the night. I see a person sitting at a desk, hesitating before sending you something that will change your life, and then, with a deep breath, they press send. That act will trigger a chain of events you could never have planned for yourself. The letter, the inheritance, the release, all of it is part of a bigger picture you will only fully understand in time. The heavens are leaning toward you. The angels are not merely watching, they are working. I am placing my sword between you and every force that would try to stop this blessing from reaching you. The path is clear. The decree has been made. All you must do now is remain in faith and expectation, for the delivery is already underway. Even as I speak, there are angels in motion, traveling swiftly on currents of light, carrying instructions, documents, and keys. Some of these keys are literal, unlocking vaults, opening doors to places where your name has been written but the door has been barred. Others are spiritual keys, the kind that open paths in the unseen so that every other blessing that has been waiting can finally reach you. Do not underestimate the power of this hour. I, Michael, have drawn my sword not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities that have held your resources in chains. I have cut through the webs of delay and sabotage. Every chain has been broken, and the way ahead is clear. You have asked, why did it take so long? Why was I made to wait while others seemed to walk into their blessings so easily? And I tell you the truth, the wait was not punishment, it was preparation. There were things you needed to learn, and more importantly, there were things heaven needed to align. Some blessings are so large, so intricate, that the orchestration requires time. A single move out of place would have lessened the magnitude of what is coming. But now, every piece is in position. The stage is set. Comment, I live for you, Christ, if your life is in His hands. There is a sound in the Spirit right now, the sound of seals breaking. These are the seals that have kept your inheritance stored away until the appointed time. Heaven never lost sight of what was promised to you. It was never forgotten. It was preserved. And now, August 22nd marks the day the order has been released for it to come forth. The delivery angels are not walking, they are running. They are moving with urgency, because the decree from the throne came with a command, do not delay. Bring it to them now. You must be watchful, for the blessing may not appear in the form you first expect. The letter that arrives might seem ordinary at first glance. The phone call might sound casual. The opportunity might seem too simple to hold such power. But I tell you, hidden within these moments is the key to a completely new chapter of your life. You will open the envelope, or answer the call, and the words you read or hear will send waves through your spirit. This is how you will know. Peace will descend upon you instantly, like a gentle weight pressing on your chest, not heavy with burden, but heavy with the certainty that you have just touched your destiny. I have seen the moment already. I have stood outside of time and looked upon your face when you realize what has happened. You will stand still, eyes wide, your mind trying to catch up to your spirit. And then, almost in disbelief, you will whisper, "Thank you." That whisper will echo in the halls of heaven like a roar. For gratitude is the language that multiplies blessings. Do not speak against what is coming. Do not let frustration in these last hours cause you to speak words of doubt. Every word you speak now has weight. This is the final stretch before delivery. Picture a seed underground. There is no sign of growth on the surface until the very last moment, and then suddenly it breaks through the soil. That is where you are right now. The breakthrough is moments away, but the surface still looks unchanged. Do not be fooled by appearances. The roots have been growing deep, and now the bloom will come suddenly. I must also prepare you for this truth. The one who sends this inheritance will be a surprise. Some will say it is impossible. Others will try to figure out how it happened. But you will know it was not their decision alone, it was the hand of God moving through them. Even if they themselves do not understand why they felt compelled to release this to you, you will know. And that knowing will bring a joy that cannot be taken from you. I see you standing before an open door, holding what has been sent to you, and I see the ripple effect. This blessing will not end with you. It will touch those connected to you, family, friends, even strangers who will one day tell their own stories of how your obedience blessed them. This is why heaven calls it an inheritance and not just a gift, because it will outlive you. August 22nd is not just a date, it is a marker in the timeline of your life. Years from now, you will look back and say, that was the day the tide turned. That was the day everything shifted. You will remember where you were when you felt the words press into your spirit, when you sensed the presence drawing near, when you realized something unseen was leaning over your shoulder and whispering, "Get ready." Even now, I am commanding every hindering spirit to step aside. Every legal hold in the earthly realm is being overturned in your favor. Every delayed approval is being pushed to the top of the pile. Every closed door that was meant to be opened is swinging wide. You will see movement in places that have been stagnant for years. It will almost feel like a dam breaking, sudden, unstoppable, and overflowing. Your only task now is to remain in alignment. Keep your heart open. Keep your eyes alert. Keep your words in agreement with what heaven has spoken. Because the truth is, and I tell you this without hesitation, the inheritance is already on its way. It is closer now than it has ever been. The delivery is inevitable. And when it arrives, you will remember these words, not as a vague promise, but as the exact prophecy of what has now come to pass. Even now, I see the currents of time bending around you, shaping themselves to match the decree from the throne. Things that should have taken months will take days. Things that would normally require effort will seem to fall into your hands without struggle. Do not mistake this ease for coincidence. It is divine orchestration. Heaven has stepped into your timeline, and when heaven moves, everything aligns in perfect sequence. I am sent to tell you that the resistance you have felt for so long is not a sign of failure, it was the proof of the value of what you carry. The greater the inheritance, the stronger the opposition. But every battle you endured was not in vain, they were the very tests that prepared you to hold what is coming without fear of losing it. You have learned how to walk with little and still keep faith. Now you will learn how to walk with much and still keep humility. There is a scene playing out even as I speak. Somewhere, a conversation is taking place about you. Your name has been spoken in rooms you have never entered. Hands are signing documents, voices are agreeing, and hearts are being stirred to act in your favor. You do not see it yet, but the outcome has already been decided. It will not be taken from you. It will not be given to another. What is yours will find its way to you because it has been written in the eternal record that it belongs to you. The letter, the one I told you about, it is not just paper and ink. It is the physical form of a spiritual verdict. Every word on it has been allowed by the Creator. Even the human who sends it has been moved into place like a piece on a divine chessboard. They may think they are acting on their own, but in truth, they are responding to a pull they cannot resist. The moment they release it, a spiritual trumpet will sound in the unseen, and your life will shift in that very instant. Be ready for the strange mix of emotions you will feel. Shock, joy, relief, even tears, let them all flow. Do not hold them back, for they are part of the release. You have carried burdens in silence for too long. This inheritance will not only bless you in the physical, it will lift weights off your soul that you forgot you were carrying. There will be those who will try to explain it away. They will call it luck, chance, or mere timing. Let them speak, for their words will not diminish the truth you know in your spirit, that this was ordered from heaven long before they could even understand. You will walk in a confidence that does not boast in yourself but in the one who has proven faithful again and again. And I tell you this, what is arriving is only the first wave. This is not a single moment of blessing, it is the opening of a season. The inheritance you receive will be like a seed itself. When planted in the right soil, it will multiply into more than you can imagine. You will begin to see opportunities you could not have purchased, doors you could not have forced open, and alignments you could not have planned. Do not fear the responsibility that comes with abundance. You have been tested in the fire and found trustworthy. You will know what to do when it comes. Wisdom will be poured out on you in the same measure as the blessing, so that you will move with clarity and not confusion. I see, in the days ahead, moments where you will sit quietly and think about how quickly everything changed. You will remember the days when you prayed for just enough to get through, and you will look around and realize you now have more than enough to give, to build, to bless. That moment will be a turning point in your spirit, for you will no longer live with the fear of loss, but with the joy of overflow. The timing of this is exact. August 22nd is the day the command was released, but the manifestation will arrive according to the divine schedule that wastes nothing and misses nothing. You may be surprised by how quickly it appears, but you will not be surprised by the peace that comes with it, for deep down, you have always known you were meant for this. So hold this word close. Repeat it to yourself. Speak it into the air around you. Let it saturate your spirit until your heart beats in rhythm with the promise. For I have been sent to tell you, not as a possibility, but as a certainty, that the letter is coming. The call is coming. The inheritance is coming. And when it does, you will not just receive it, you will step into a destiny that has been waiting for you since before you were born. Type, "Heaven is my home," if your eyes are on eternity. And now, my final word for this moment, be ready to say, yes. When it comes, there will be no time for hesitation, no time to second guess. Receive it fully, for it is yours, and it has been a long time coming. The heavens have spoken. The earth will obey. And your life will never be the same again. Even now, the atmosphere around you is changing. Some can sense it without knowing what it means. They feel drawn to you, or they suddenly remember you after years of silence. These are the stirrings of the Spirit, pulling people and situations into your path at the exact moment they are needed. You will begin to notice small signs, an unusual conversation that seems insignificant but holds a clue, a sudden urge to be in a place you normally wouldn't go, a phrase or number that keeps appearing in front of you. These are not random. These are the gentle nudges of heaven preparing you for the precise moment of contact. There is someone right now who cannot sleep because your name is heavy on their mind. They do not know why, but they keep feeling they must act, they must send, they must release. This person may have once been distant, or even an adversary, yet now they are the vessel chosen to carry your blessing. They may question their own motives, but the truth is, their spirit is responding to a higher call. That call has gone out over the earth, and those chosen to play a part in your elevation are beginning to obey without fully understanding why. The letter itself is already in preparation. I see hands moving across paper, words forming that will carry power into your life. You might see it as an email, a formal envelope, or even a message through unexpected channels. But when it arrives, you will feel an unmistakable shift in the room. The air will feel thicker, as though something sacred has entered. And as your eyes move across the words, your spirit will recognize it before your mind catches up. Do not be surprised if the blessing comes with layers, the first gift being only a fraction of what is truly being set in motion. This inheritance is not just a single moment, it is the unlocking of a gate. Once that gate swings open, everything that has been stored for you will begin to flow out in waves. And here is the beautiful truth, the more you pour out to others, the faster and greater the return will be. You are stepping into a divine cycle of overflow. There are some listening to these words who have been tempted to give up entirely, to walk away from the very promises they once held dear. But the Father has seen that even in your doubt, you kept a small ember of faith alive. And it is that ember He is about to fan into a flame. Your inheritance is not only about resources, it is about restoring your confidence in His goodness. This will be the moment you realize that every tear, every delay, every lonely night had purpose. The forces that tried to block you have already been removed. The spiritual opposition has been silenced. I, Michael, stand guard over the path of your blessing, and no enemy will intercept it. The command from the throne was clear: deliver it without delay, without interference, without loss. And heaven obeys. The messengers of provision are moving now, faster than you can imagine, weaving through every obstacle as if it were never there. When it comes, do not hide it in fear. Let the testimony be known, for your story will awaken faith in those who have lost hope. Some will hear what happened to you and begin to believe again for themselves. Others will be stirred to seek the one who orchestrated it all. Your inheritance will be more than provision, it will be a sign and a wonder to everyone who hears of it. And so, I urge you, prepare your heart, prepare your space, prepare your mind. The moment is closer than you think. Every hour brings it nearer. And when you hear that knock, or see that envelope, or answer that call, remember these words: this is the day heaven kept its promise. The blessing will not slip through your fingers. It will not be taken back. It is sealed by the highest authority in existence. You will hold it, you will live in it, and you will use it to write a new chapter not only for yourself, but for generations yet to come. Even now, there is movement in the unseen that would astound you if your eyes could behold it. I see lines of light stretching from place to place, connecting hearts, minds, and hands in a divine network. Some of these people do not know one another, yet they are each carrying a piece of what belongs to you. It is as though heaven has orchestrated a great meeting in the spirit realm, and the agenda is clear: bring together every resource, every connection, every opportunity that belongs to them, and place it in their path. You will notice in the coming days a series of events that feel oddly connected. A friend you have not spoken to in years will reach out. A stranger will offer you help without asking for anything in return. A closed opportunity will suddenly reopen as if it had been waiting for you. Each of these is a thread in the larger tapestry, and when you look back, you will see how perfectly each one led to the moment of inheritance. The one chosen to send this letter, yes, that person whose name will make you pause, they are even now being prompted, pressed, and guided. It may feel to them like a sudden idea, a nudge, or an obligation, but you and I both know it is the hand of God moving them into place. And when they act, they will not realize that they are the vessel of a promise spoken over your life long before they ever knew you. I have been commanded to clear the path for this blessing. Every false delay is being overturned. Every spiritual blockade is being dismantled. There is no force strong enough to stand against the word of the Lord once it has gone forth, and that word has already been released in your favor. Even now, it is echoing in the unseen: deliver it now. Deliver it now. Deliver it now. You must be ready for how quickly things will change. One day, it will seem as though everything is as it has always been. The next, you will stand holding proof that your season has shifted forever. It will not creep in slowly, it will arrive like the first rays of the sun breaking through after a long night. And just as the darkness cannot argue with the light, so too will your past struggles be unable to argue with the reality of your blessing. Do not allow doubt to steal your preparation. In these last moments before the release, your posture must be one of expectancy. Wake each morning as though this could be the day. Move through your hours as though the letter could arrive at any moment. Speak words that welcome it, not words that push it away. For your faith is not a vague hope, it is a magnet pulling the unseen into the seen. There are angelic messengers surrounding you now, each with a role to play. Some guard your mind from fear. Some guard your path from interference. And some are already in possession of what belongs to you, carrying it closer with each passing breath. You are not alone in this. You are surrounded by a heavenly host committed to seeing the will of God fulfilled in your life. When the inheritance arrives, you will find that it not only meets your needs but exceeds them. It will make room for dreams you set aside because they seem too far out of reach. It will allow you to bless those you have long wished to help. It will give you the freedom to move in ways you could not before. And with it will come a new level of authority, a confidence that cannot be taken, because it is rooted in the knowledge that the Creator Himself has backed you. The shock will not only be in the amount or the form of the blessing, it will be in the timing. You will find yourself saying, "It came exactly when I needed it most," and in your heart, you will know that heaven had the calendar marked long before you did. This is why I keep saying, August 22nd is not just a date, it is a signal, a turning point, a spiritual marker in your life story. The moment you hold that letter, you will remember this word. And when you do, lift your eyes and give thanks immediately. For gratitude will seal the blessing, ensuring that what has come to you will multiply instead of diminish. Speak out loud, "I receive it," and watch how heaven responds with even more. I stand here, still holding my sword, still guarding what is yours. Nothing will steal it in transit. Nothing will dilute it before it reaches you. And nothing will delay it beyond the perfect moment set by the throne. All is in motion. All is prepared. And soon, sooner than you think, it will be in your hands. This is not just a message, it's a calling. Type Amen and share so it reaches those in need.